This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has affirmed that providing healthcare services of international standards in the UAE is the government's utmost priority. The UAE Vice President made the remarks while chairing a cabinet session at the Presidential Palace in the capital. His Highness said that building a high-quality healthcare system and providing the best services to patients requires streamlining efforts in this sector. His Highness then announced a unified national medical record database to facilitate information exchange among healthcare providers. The UAE Cabinet endorsed the initiative, which is one of the outcomes of the Cabinet's Government Innovation Lab, chaired last year in Serbaniyas by the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai during a ministerial retreat. The project aims to unify all medical records of patients in the UAE, facilitate movements of patients among healthcare providers, as well as connect public hospitals and clinics. It was added that providing up-to-date medical records is a necessity to improve healthcare services provided in the UAE, as it will contribute to ensuring an improved level of healthcare, eliminate duplication, and reduce registration times, medication errors, and the length of hospital stays. The initiative will be implemented in the coming 4 years. The UAE Ministry of Environment and Water, in cooperation with the United Nations Environment Programme Finance Initiative, has opened the 6th edition of the Green Economy Annual Conference. Addressing senior officials from various government organizations and private sector companies representing banking, finance, and insurance industries, the Minister of Environment and Water, His Excellency Dr. Rashid Ahmed bin Fahd, highlighted that funding and investment are the main challenges for transitioning to a green economy. According to the minister, a sustainable approach is the key for a green economy, with the UAE having taken firm steps in line with the UAE strategy for a green economy by investing in green, renewable, and alternative technologies. On the sidelines of the event, the Ministry of Environment and Water signed an MOU with several government agencies for the launch of the UAE Air Quality Network, which aims to raise the level of air quality by up to 90% by 2021. Outlining the UNEP's role in encouraging countries to pursue green economy projects, the acting head of UNEP Finance Initiative, Eric Usher, said that the global finance industry is slowly changing and that a sustainable world is not an option, but a necessity going forward.
Well, Ministry of Environment is leading the national effort under the green growth strategy to convert the national economy to a green economy. What you see here, this national roundtable is touching one of the crucial, important aspect of the financing for a green economy. This is preparation for next year. Inshallah, we're hosting the global roundtable on financing of green growth. UAE is doing that to lead the way and to promote and to pave the way for other countries and to learn from the UAE experience, and also to facilitate a good dialogue between all stakeholders.
Today's meeting is specifically focusing on how do we finance the transition to a greener economy. What should banks, insurance companies, investors, what do they need to start doing? And in terms of the challenges, from a starting point, typically financiers begin with risk and then try to understand what are the risks at stake here. What are the risks that we're investing in businesses that tomorrow might no longer hold the economic value, that might put us into serious liabilities because potentially we are creating environmental damages. Today, maybe we aren't held accountable, but policies are being put in place that tomorrow we will actually have to be paying for the true cost, the true economic losses that can be created from unsustainable forms of consumption and production.
A business-as-usual approach of consuming fossil fuels for bettering economic growth is no longer a viable option, according to the director of Cambridge Centre for Climate Change Mitigation Research, Professor Douglas Crawford Brown. He added that the world today doesn't have to choose between economic growth and decarbonization, and that economic growth is not our enemy. According to Professor Douglas, even if we have the financial strength to gain access to more energy, the world today does not have the engineering capacity to meet the energy needs of an increasing global population. The conference, held under the theme National Roundtable on Financing and Investing in Green Economy Projects, featured 5 dialogue sessions where key officials from various government organizations and private sector companies discussed various topics including sustainable financing, state of the UAE's green economy, and the whole process of transitioning to a green economy.
The UAE doesn't have a lot of renewable energy at the moment, so the first thing I would say is it can become a center that shows how you can move forward very rapidly in renewable energy, low carbon energy, but it also has both the financial resources to be able to do it, and through groups like Masdar and so forth, it has the intellectual capital to be able to show the way forward in renewable, low carbon energy. So I think that many of us who work in this space are looking at the UAE and wondering how will it now step out onto the world stage and show leadership.
Strikes by workers dropped 100% in Dubai in 2014 and the first quarter of 2015, according to figures revealed by Dubai police. It was also announced that the police recovered 23.32 million dirhams in unpaid salaries to workers in the same period, of which 1.8 million dirhams was recovered during the first 3 months of the current year. In 6 years, the Temporary Workers Monitoring Section at the Human Rights Department recovered a total of 246.44 million dirhams in unpaid dues. Despite the increases in the number of workers, only 35 protests were reported in 2014 as compared to 87 in 2010. In the first quarter of the current year, 12 protests were reported, which were most related to salary delays. According to Dr. Mohammed Al-Murdi, Director of the General Department of Human Rights, strikes by workers have dropped as a result of a helpline that police have set up for them to air their grievances. Dr. Al-Murdi added that teams from the Human Rights Department also educate workers about their rights and duties by visiting them at labor accommodations. A senior official from the Dubai Municipality has warned that the managers of buildings with swimming pools should keep lifeguards on at all times when people are allowed to use the pool. The warning comes after the drowning death of a woman in a rooftop pool in a building in Al Nahda. The head of the public safety section at the Dubai Municipality's Public Health and Safety Department was quoted in local reports as saying that the owners or managements of Dubai private buildings with swimming pools should either keep a lifeguard on all the time or restrict the use of the pool to the work hours of the lifeguard. Currently, the law mandates the presence of a lifeguard at public pools and at facilities such as hotels and resorts, and it is mandatory for pool owners to follow the safety guidelines issued by the municipality. As part of the municipal regulation under Local Order Number 11 of 2003, a qualified lifeguard is required to be on duty when people are swimming in a public swimming pool. The guidelines also stipulate that there should be an adequate number of safety equipment, life rings, first aid box, and resuscitation masks. It is also mandatory to regularly monitor the quality of pool water to keep it clear, hygienic, and safe without the presence of any objects that could harm swimmers. The Public Health and Safety Department oversees more than 800 swimming pools in Dubai. As residents prepare for the holy month of Ramadan, which begins in June, Dar Al Ber Society has announced plans to spend over 6.4 million dirhams on a variety of charity programs and projects across the country during the month. Chairman of Dar Al Ber Society, Khalfan Khalifa Al-Mazrou'i, was quoted in local reports as saying that this year's campaign will be held under the theme Delight Them, Make a Change, which will include free iftar meals, Eid clothing, and Zakat al-Fitr. The Society has also announced that the campaign is targeted at supporting new Muslims, foreign communities, and blue-collar workers through a variety of educational programs. As part of the drive, the organization will also distribute 170,000 free religious books, thousands of copies of the Holy Quran, brochures, and CDs highlighting the importance of the holy month. Leading up to the campaign, the charity organization has also deployed around 80 staff representatives at cooperative societies and shopping malls to collect public contribution and donations. The chairman also urged the public to use the month as an opportunity to strengthen their religious beliefs and help those in need. And finally, in the bulletin, 116 business, IT, and law students from the University of Dubai graduated yesterday at the university's 13th graduation ceremony. The event was attended by His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, the President of the Department of Civil Aviation and the Chairman of Chief Executive of Emirates Airline and Group, who handed out the certificates to the graduates. According to the president of the university, Dr. Isa Bastaki, among the major achievements of the university during the last year is that it became one of the 85 business schools which have extended their AACSB accreditation in business, offered by AACSB International, the longest-serving global accrediting body for business schools. He also added that the university has signed a memorandum of understanding with IBM Global to establish a Smarter Cities Institute. Dr. Bastaki also announced that the university will open a new campus in Academic City in September this year, which will be a green building certified by LEED and will accommodate 1,500 students in its first phase.
We are a student-centric university. That means we really care about students. We are very fair to them. At the same time, we are strict in terms of quality. So we don't compromise on quality, but at the same time, we are very fair in all senses. We treat them well, and everything we do is for the benefit of the student. That's why we are called student-centric university. And this is a prestigious event because we are also not only trying to tell them that University of Dubai is a very high quality university, but we are also moving to a very high quality campus which will be soon ready in September 2015 in Academic City.
I feel nervous, but very happy and proud to be graduating from the University of Dubai. It's been my dream for the past 4 years and I couldn't be happier. Hopefully to complete masters either at the University of Dubai or abroad.
I feel excited. I'm proud that I'm graduating from this university. I have been waiting for too long and finally here it is, we're graduating. I'm going to continue with the family business and hopefully I'm going to implement whatever this university taught me to do in the real life.